What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Smartphone World. Yep, another episode right away. But today we are not talking about any of the phones that I talked about yesterday in that lineup, the iPhone, the Galaxy S5, and the HTC M8, OnePlus, whatever. Today we're going to talk about two, what I would consider the strangest phones that have come out. And which ones are these? Of course, they're going to be these rounded out phones, the curved screen phones, the LG G Flex and the Samsung Galaxy Round. Seriously. In the comments below, you can all start telling me on what you think the innovations are going to be for these phones, or the innovations are included in these phones because they're curved. I mean, they're saying that they're going to be, well, the G Flex just fits better on your face when you're talking on the phone. Now, let's think about that for a second. It's a 6-inch display. How often do you want to hold this big monster up against your head to begin with? The curve is for that? Or is it for the fact that they say you can watch better movies on it? Because if you go into a movie theater, the screen is curved. Okay, I guess you can actually use that in an argument because those are real facts. But seriously, in real world application, they say if you take the the G Flex, and you put it face down like this, you can hit it with 88 pounds of force. Why would you be doing that, number one? And who's the first one to figure out that it's 88 pounds? I want to talk to that guy. Did he use a hammer? Was it a machine? Something? Whatever. It's just very odd innovations for a smartphone, in my book. Now, let's talk about some other innovations. Well, let's talk about the specifications first for the G Flex, and I want to compare them to the Galaxy Round. Now, remember, the G Flex is curved this way. You can see in the pictures. And the Galaxy Round is curved this way. They're saying that it's better when you put it in your pocket. It's a 6-inch display and a 5.7-inch display for the Galaxy Round. When would you be putting either one of these in your pocket, let alone putting it in your back pocket so when you sit down you don't have to worry about breaking it? I don't know. It's just weird things that they're saying about these phones. Let's talk about the specs. Now, the LG G Flex has a 6-inch curved OLED, the OLED, 720 by 1280 pixel density, 245 ppi display. It is a high definition display for 720, and I don't know, 245 ppi. It doesn't sound like it's going to be very good in the sun, but they're saying because of the curve in the screen, it actually makes up for the fact that it has less PPI, dots per inch in your display, the higher the number. We'll get into that with the Galaxy Round because it's much higher. I saw the actual displays on the phones. They are very good. The Flex looks terrific, but it is indoors. I didn't get to see it outside in the sun or on a cloudy day or anything like that, but it is a 6-inch curved display, and those are the specs. And now it's 177 grams, and they're saying that it is 8.7 millimeters thin. Now, is it really 8.7 millimeters thin? Because, okay, yeah, the actual body's 8.7 millimeters thin, but if you put it down on the ground, it's going to stand higher than 8.7 millimeters. So to me, that would actually say that it's actually thicker because it's going to sit thicker. I mean, I have the HTC One right here, and it does curve. It's thinner on the sides, and when they try to tell me that it's this thin on the sides, I say, no, it's not. It's this thick right here in the middle because that's, the widest part. It's just very weird to me. Now, if we go to the Galaxy Round, that's a 5.7-inch display. It's a little bit smaller, but still, it's a 5.7-inch display. That's a monster display. It's huge. They have the AMOLED screen at 1080 1920, so it's a better high-definition display, right? I mean, much better. So the specifications for the Galaxy Round are definitely winning. It's 386 ppi. 154 grams and 7.9 millimeters thin. Again, no, it's not. It does have that curve, so it's going to be a little thicker if you put it in your pocket. It's going to be bigger, I'm telling you. They both have the Snapdragon 800 processor. The Galaxy Round has 3 gigs of RAM, while the Flex has 2 gigs of RAM. The Galaxy Round has 32 gigs of internal, so does the Flex, but you can put a micro SD in the Round up to 64 gigs. You can't do that in the Flex. The Flex has a bigger battery at 3500 mAh. There's only a 2800 mAh in the Galaxy Round. Both of them have 13 megapixel rear cameras. Now, the Galaxy Round has a little bit of a bump because if you're recording at 1080, you get 60 frames per second, but if you're recording at 2160, you get 30 frames per second. That's pretty impressive. I can just imagine the quality of the video at 2160. Can you just imagine that? They have a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera, 1080 HDR, again in the Flex, 60 frames per second. That's very great. Both cameras sound terrific. The Galaxy Round sounds like it has definitely a bump up in the specifications all around. They're both going to be available worldwide, coming in the US within the month. I don't know, it's just very odd to me, both of these phones. I don't know why they exist or who would want one. They are tons of big screen smartphones now, over 5.5 inch displays that you have a choice of. Why have the curve? Really not understanding it. Give me some comments below and I will do a follow-up episode when other weird phones come out. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.